Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. We are learning how to speak English fluently and confidentially. So today we are listing this story and focus vocabulary and sentences. And try to speak English. Let's start. Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955 in Seattle, Washington. And his full name is William Henry Gates III. His family was upper middle class with two sisters. First is Christiane, who is older, and Libby, who is younger. His father and mother, William H. Gates Sr., a lawyer, and Mary Maxwell Gates, a teacher and civic leader. He was often called Trey as a child. His early education started at Lakeside School. Gates excelled in mathematics and science. The school had acquired a teletype Model 33 ASR terminal, allowing students to access a GE computer. Gates, along with his friends Paul Allen, Kent Evans, and Rick Weiland, began exploring programming languages like BASIC, creating simple games and utilities. In 1973, Gates graduated from Lakeside and enrolled at Harvard University. He took advanced courses in mathematics and computer science, including Math 55, known for its rigor. However, his passion for software development led him to drop out of Harvard in 1975, just 2 years into his studies, to co-found Microsoft with Paul Allen. The 1980 IBM-Microsoft partnership was a defining moment in computing history. IBM secured a working operating system for its first PC without building one internally, and Microsoft leveraged the opportunity to control an essential component of the personal computing industry. This strategic alliance not only affected both companies' trajectories, but also set the stage for standardized PC architectures and widespread software adoption, profoundly influencing the technology landscape for decades. IBM Jack Sams mentioned the licensing difficulties during a subsequent meeting with Gates and asked if Microsoft could provide an operating system. A few weeks later, Gates and Allen proposed using 86-DOS, an operating system, to CP/M. Microsoft made deal with SCP to be exclusive licensing agent of 86-DOS, and later the full owner. Microsoft employed Patterson to adapt the operating system for the PC and delivered it to IBM as PC-DOS for a one-time fee of $50,000. Gates oversaw Microsoft's company restructuring on June 25, 1981, which reincorporated the company in Washington State and made Gates the president and chairman of the board, with Paul Allen as vice president and vice chairman. In early 1983, Allen left the company after receiving a Hodgkin lymphoma diagnosis, effectively ending the formal business partnership between Gates and Allen, which had been strained months prior due to a contentious dispute over Microsoft equity. Later in the decade, Gates repaired his relationship with Allen, and together the two donated millions to their childhood school, Lakeside. They remained friends until Allen's death in October 2018. Microsoft and Gates launched their first retail version of Microsoft Windows on November 20, 1985, in an attempt to fend off competition from Apple's Macintosh GUI, which had captivated consumers with its simplicity and ease of use. In August 1986, the company struck a deal with IBM to develop a separate operating system called OS/2. Although the two companies successfully developed the first version of the new system, the partnership deteriorated due to mounting creative differences. The operating system grew out of DOS in an organic fashion over a decade until Windows 95, which hid the DOS prompt by default. Windows XP was released 1 year after Gates stepped down as Microsoft CEO. Windows 8.1 was the last version of the OS released before Gates left the chair of the firm to John W. Thompson on February 5, 2014. In March 2020, Microsoft announced Gates would be leaving his board positions at Berkshire Hathaway and Microsoft to dedicate himself to philanthropist endeavors such as climate change, global health, development, and education. Documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, who died by suicide in jail in 2019 while facing charges of sexual offenses and child trafficking, were recently made public. These documents contain names of many prominent figures, including Bill Gates. Viral photos also suggested close ties between Gates and Epstein, with claims that Epstein helped Gates with extramarital affairs and other private activities. Bill Gates apologizes for his association with Jeffrey Epstein after his name appeared in the recently released Epstein files. Gates admitted that meeting Epstein, who was accused of sexual offenses and trafficking minors, was a big mistake. He acknowledged that he continued to meet Epstein even after his ex-wife, Melinda Gates, warned him against it in 2013. Jeffrey and Gates known each other at 2011 and started their friendship.
If you learned something in this video, please like and subscribe. What are you learned this lesson? Write comments.